Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the new tutorial from the SketchUp Arc Studio. In this case, I'm going to show you how we can use SketchUp for a starter. So let's get to work. I'm going to open the SketchUp 2023 on my desktop, as you can see, and it takes a little bit time, and after that, welcome to SketchUp will load for you. We have two parts in here. First part related to the creating new model in MAR templates. As you can see, we have simple inch, simple meter, architectural units for drawing, and other type of default templates for our job. For example, if you are urban designer, you can use landscape or urban planning. But I really don't have work with these type of things, and all of them is not really important. But before this tutorial, I created some type of file which called tutorial for beginners. So I'm going to click on it and this file will load for us. If you are the first users of the SketchUp 2023, you will see some type of toolbar like getting started and the headline of your software. So large toolset and getting started don't have any special changes with each other. So I'm going to remove the getting started and close it. So before I start my job, I can click on the window, model info, and change my unit setup from meter to centimeter. Very simple and easy. So I do this job another time. If you want to change your units, you must click on the window, model info, and in the left side we have animation or some type of other options. But I prefer to select units for changing my unit setup and change it from the meter to centimeter. And the point is that keep your format always on the decimal. So I'm going to close it in here and start my drawing and 3D modeling. So I'm going to start my job with the rectangle. So I can draw some rectangle like this, or circle like this, or polygon like this. As you can see, all of them very simple and easy, generated for us, and don't have any special work with them. I can move it with the move option on the green axis, very simple like that, red axis, or blue axis. As you can see, it's very simple and easy. If you want to create more volumes and shapes on the 3D format, you must add some type of height for your faces. For doing this job, actually, it's called Extrude in 3D Studio Max or SketchUp. We have some option which called push or pull option. I'm going to click on the push or pull option and push my faces like that, very simple and easy. You can click on your objects, move them, or click on the rotate them, very simple and easy, anywhere you want. As you can see, in different type of duration and directions, and all of them is completely depends on you. We have different type of drawing tools like the offset. For example, if you want to create some type of offset or chamfer for more details on your job, you can use offset in here below the follow me option, offset. So I can add offset to my job like that, very simple and easy. And I can use push or pull to create more type of designs about my project. Or maybe you can use offset for creating some type of pipe connections or network like this, very simple and easy. So I'm going to press Ctrl A, press delete, and Ctrl S. So I'm going to show you how we can create, for example, some type of chairs with some simple table. For doing this job, you only need to, for example, start your job with the circle. Draw some circle about 100 centimeter radius. Click on the push or pull option and extrude it a little bit, for example 2 centimeter. So now I can click on it and convert it to the group, or I can open it from the group mode and use the offset for more designs and abilities. So something like that is good. I can increase the height of this about 90 centimeter. I can select this face in here and use the scale for make this place a little bit narrow, as you can see. In the 3D Studio Max, you can use tapper modifier for these type of jobs and modelings. So something like that is good. I'm going to click on it, and we have flip option. When I click on the flip, we have 3 colors, 3 axis mirror option. If I want to click on the blue axis, you can see this table will flip and mirror for us, and it's really wonderful. So I'm going to create some type of chairs, but I don't know how. So very simple. I'm going to draw some type of rectangle like this, extrude it a little bit, something like that, for example. And I can use the 2-point arc for creating some type of shapes on my chair. Something like that, for example. And use these type of edges for our job and remove these faces. As you can see, for example, now we created this type of chair for our job, and I can use the 2-point perspective again to create some type of smooth edges like this. And click on it and click on the make group in here. So I'm going to move it in some place like that, for example, but I don't know how I can take some rotate copies behind this mirror and table. So I can click on the scale, rescale my job a little bit, click on the rotate, press Ctrl on my keyboard, and now I can hold my cursor on this endpoint and select this place like that. So now I can take some 5 copies about this chair, and the final result is something like that. So it's one of the things that we can do very simple and easy in SketchUp. Another points related to the how we can create, for example, some type of complicated models. So I'm going to delete all of these things I created in here. I'm going to use the rectangle, draw my rectangle, some rectangle about 56 to 56 widths and heights, and the extrusion is about 56 centimeters. So I'm going to click on it and press G on my keyboard to create some type of component for myself. Now I'm going to click on the move option, how we can create some copies about our suspect and targets. I'm going to click on the control on my keyboard, now copy activated for me. So first of all, first step for take some copies in SketchUp is that select your model, click on the move option, press Ctrl on your keyboard, and you can see plus beside your cursor on your screen. Now I'm going to move my cursor on this endpoint, left click, drag and move my target, for example 100 centimeter away. And now I want to type how much I want these copies, for example 5 times. So I'm going to type 5x and press enter. So I'm going to click on one of them, right click and click on the edit component. So how I can see these changes, I can hold Ctrl on my keyboard, select these 3 edges in here, and I want to create some type of little bit complicated model for myself. So I can use the scale option. Sorry, scale is that. So select them, scale option, and rescale them something like this. As you can see, all of them will change at the same time. For example, I want to change it about 0.36 and press enter, and the result is something like that. I can click on it, select all of them, click on the move and take some copy on the blue axis, about, for example, 60 centimeter. Now I can click on the flip mode, flip it on the blue axis, another time on the green axis, and now I can move it another time to the downside, something like that. As you can see, we create these type of shapes and models, and all of them is really useful in some type of parametric and complicated architectural designs. And as you can see, we create this type of model very simple and easy. Sometimes you want to add some more details to your job, but you don't know how. Very simple. You can take this component in here and click on the flip, press Ctrl on your keyboard and flip it on the red axis. So now I can move it in here, for example, and take some multi copies on the 100 centimeter, and the result is something like that. As you can see, we can create these things in SketchUp very simple and easy with a little bit creativity. So I'm gonna hold it in here, and the point is that you can download this file. The link is there below this video. So I'm gonna create some type of arced interiors for my house or for some type of architectural project, but I don't know how. So I'm gonna click on the rectangle, draw some type of rectangle with some different dimension, about 66,6, increase the height of it about 56 centimeter. So now I can click on the tape measure, for example, and draw some type of width about maybe 18 centimeter. It's a little bit too high for my value. And another 20 centimeter in here. I'm going to take another tape measured line about maybe 28, and another one about 12. So I'm going to draw some rectangle in here like that. Click on the 2-point arc in here and draw some type of natural arc for myself about 10 centimeter. Everything is good. So I'm gonna use the extrude option, push or pull, unface it, and now we have some type of extrusion here. So everything is done for us right now, and I want to add some more details to my job, but I don't know how. Listen carefully to this part of my tutorial. So I'm going to orbit my camera shot in here, and about the camera navigation, it's really simple in SketchUp. You can hold a scroll on your cursor and move your cursor, and the result is something like that about orbiting. If you want to use it manually, you can select orbit from the left side in the navigated by reorientating the camera view. So I'm going to orbit my camera shot in here and add some type of special details for my 3D interior job. So I'm going to use the 2-point perspective in here like that, and some type of complicated shape like this near to the classical design, but not actually something like it. So I'm going to use the eraser. Now we have this face in here. We have some option in SketchUp work like the sweep option in 3D Studio Max. So it's called follow me. I'm going to select my pass in here, for example this pass in here, and I want to create these details on my pass. So I select my pass lines. So I'm going to click on the follow me and click on my face. As you can see, this type of detail generated and created for us very simple and easy. I'm going to work on my model a little bit. For example, something much smoother than it, but I don't know how I can create it. So I'm going to use 2-point perspective in here, and something like that is good. Now I can regenerate my profile on my pass, and the result is something like that. As you can see, we do these jobs, all of them very simple and easy, only in a few minutes. So I'm going to convert it to the group, and now I'm going to take some multi copies, each 44 centimeter, for example. It's about maybe 6 times or 9 times. and now I can see these type of maze in here, and the result is really wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for your watching, thanks for your support. If you are a beginner and a starter student in SketchUp or architectural drawing, please subscribe our YouTube channel. Every day we have new tutorial about 3D modeling and 3D rendering. So thanks for your watching and goodbye.